Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero. We are back again talking about detractors pocket watching constantly over anything Eric July does. Also, you had Denver Fan Expo this past week, which I don't understand why these weirdos are so obsessed with how tall I am or how tall Eric is. It's a very weird, flaming closeted thing these weirdos tend to do. Literally anytime they see a picture of Eric, they always gotta for some reason try to figure out how tall he is. I don't know if they're like trying to date Eric or whatever they're doing, but it's very weird that they continue to do this sort of thing. But I also find it interesting that people like Black Angus and EvS think they have to put their input into things, acting like they know about anything they're talking about. Oh, of course, we'll get into it right after all these promotions of Goodyng the Polymath, the collection with, of course, covers A, B, C, or D. You can choose whichever cover you like to get. You got the entire collection of stuff you can choose for Goodyng the Polymath, written by Mike Barron and penciled by Will Conrad. So we're going to move on over here. So these are the four covers. Kane and White, of course. Will Conrad. It's all down here. Right over here. Ronaldson Freire. I think that's how you say that. And cover D by Mark Evans, who does like the more paint style type of covers. Cover D is always the cover that's going to be available forever. It's the cheapest price a Ripper's comic has ever been at $18. You also have Blade Double 2 Chains of Blood, the continuation of the story of Ashiyara searching for her sister. Of course, you have covers A, B, and C, and of course, you have other items that you can choose from the campaign, including cover D, which is the Summer Limited Wraparound cover. You can also get it on Blade Double 1 right here for just $10. Get it on this beautiful book. Looks absolutely amazing. I actually absolutely enjoyed it. Phenomenova by Vaughn Coleman. He did recently launch this book on Kickstarter and Indiegogo for anyone who wants to back it on those websites over Fund My Comic. But it does have multiple covers, I believe. 5 different covers. It just launched with a 5th cover. So you can choose any of the ones you like. So you got the 4 variant covers here and the main cover there. You also have Heroic Tales number 1 by John Buia, or also known as John's Long Box on YouTube. All of these campaigns will be listed down below in the description. Covers here and here. This is the back, but it'll eventually be launched as the front cover, which is what I'm waiting for. I want this. This front cover is this as a front cover will be absolutely awesome. And you can get some of the pages just right here for this book as well. Now, moving on over to Vaughnster here, who says all this stuff because they're this type of person by nature. They worship others' success because they have none of their own. They see being a good worshiper as something that will pay off one day instead of caring about quality or truth. They've fallen for Eric's cult-like manipulations because you're a jealous piece of garbage who, of course, will never have the success of Eric. You think everyone is a cult-like individual when I can literally criticize something and you'll still find something to be mad about. It's the most fascinating thing going on in indie, while also a cesspool of retardation. Meanwhile, you're the only individual out here giving backlash against potential customers and not taking criticism and stopping the drama. You continue to do it as you continue to complain about it, which you have me blocked, because obviously you can't handle the criticism that I give you for being an absolute idiot. So this individual says, how many of them regurgitate the narrative that EvS and CG are just jealous and envious of the successful black man, ignoring any actual reasoning they offer to the contrary? Well, considering that EvS himself has brought up the fact that Eric is black, and that for some reason we only like him because he's black, and we want to say we have that black friend, and we're, helping our black friend. This individual right here obviously hasn't had any friends. He must have had something bad happen to him as a child, because apparently rooting for someone you either watch or are friends with, because they like to say, oh, me and Eric are not friends, even though I listed that watch or friends with. You can't root for somebody you watch, because apparently that's a bad thing, according to this weirdo. Meanwhile, your books are going down in the tank as you continue to pocket watch, just like the rest of these guys. And I say to this individual, you mean like how EvS flip-flopped on Eric the moment he had his second multi-million-dollar campaign, a book he did a cover for, while at the same time being a hypocrite using tracing and lightboxing. EvS being the guy who literally stated people only like Eric because they want to be able to say they have a black friend that they support. Like how Shane Davis claimed that Eric was attacking crowdfunding when he never was, or when he never has. Not a single time. Rippaverse fans are over here having fun, and clowns like you won't STFU. GTFOH, you bundle of sticks. I'm sorry. These guys literally just talk crap all the time about Rippaverse fans having fun, and Rippaverse fans saying that we don't read our material, even though I've read every single book from Rippaverse, enjoyed every single book so far. But apparently because we want to like Eric and we want to support him and give him money for a product that we will receive on time and not late and of quality, in our opinion, obviously, because you're allowed to have your opinion of it. We're the bad ones, right? We're the bad ones as we don't care about drama. The EvS crowd cares about the drama. I just report and call out the nonsense that these guys show and their hypocrisy, and I call it out. You, of course, have Black Angus himself. So much fun in this sandbox as you continue to hate buy the product and crap on anyone that likes it. But you don't understand, it's hurting him, this individual. Only took 2 years. And I'm telling him, Goodyng is not a huge draw. ISOM isn't Goodyng. Goodyng only costs $18. The books and merch continue to be sold after the fact. Less merch to buy. By the way, these aren't excuses. These are facts you can't seem to accept. Just like you couldn't accept the fact that Kane and White did a cover for every Ripper's book so far, you clearly were dropped in your head one too many times. Why not back fearsome? I'm sure that's doing so well. Oh, no, it isn't. This is what we call pocket watching. So even as the recording of the screenshot here, it has 974 backers. If you go over to here, since that screenshot was taken, it's only gained 8 more backers since that screenshot was taken. Which, by the way, all these indie campaigns are padded by merchandise, which, as I say, comic books are merchandise as well. It's something you purchase. He tries to get this gotcha. Of course, you had Dick Masterson saying, Goodyng sucks, though, even though you didn't read the book. You don't like comic books. You think comic books are for losers. Again, your opinion isn't valid to me because you don't actually care about this medium. All you care about is crying like a little girl all day long about everyone else who's more successful than you are. This is literally all you do is cry on the internet. And I say your entire life sucks. You pocket watch and continue to be a lolcow every day. Also, Goodyng sucking is your opinion. Congrats, you low IQ brainlet. So the merch was used to pad Yaira's numbers? You do know comics are merchandise, right? You understand Marvel, DC, Dynamite, and others literally have 26 variants for books to pad numbers, right? You're not getting a gotcha. I can tell you're a tourist to the comic book industry because you literally are. And you want people to keep supporting your garbage posters made by Vic King, but you know that's not going to happen. And of course, we also have Alice Matt, shout out, says this is another stupid argument. Cyberfrog's campaign numbers are also inflated due to merch, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is the dumbest pocket watching I've ever seen, because this is all they know how to do is pocket watch and talk a lot of crap about someone else's stuff as they continue to not produce anything of value. Padding. And I'm just like, continue to tell yourself that, bro, because whatever helps you sleep at night nowadays. Whatever helps you sleep at night, dude. You also had, of course, Carol Brown from, the Reverse shout out. And of course, she was taking a picture with someone at the Fan Expo. You absolutely have Frog Tony with his 12 hours, no likes, of course, creating this terrible meme. Memes are meant to be funny, okay? Your meme isn't funny, so that's why we call you a leftist, as in leftist can't meme. You had, of course, Eric also celebrating on YouTube, by the way, because this is from YouTube. It says, thanks to everybody for making our first ever collection a success. Already 205K and 7K books sold for Goodyng the Polymap. Only 3 items, no signed copies, and our lowest priced book to date. To put this in perspective, even if you added just half the amount of CGC sold during the Iris campaign to this collection, it'd be nearing 500K sales and 9K plus books. This solidifies a new format that prioritizes efficiency. With more book releases and quicker delivery, this was for sure the right move. Fulfillment for Goodyng starts the 29th of this month, then we move to the Horseman collection. To which, of course, EvS has to put in his input because apparently the guy who's doing way worse than anything I've ever seen with Rippaverse always got to give their opinions. And it's always the people who aren't doing as good or aren't as successful always seem to have their input on business that they have no business talking about. A few weird Trashcast points about Eric July's latest tweet. Number one, Eric's number one message to Rippaverse fans is what he's getting. He basically tells them they should be happy because he's making money rather than to continue trying to keep them enthused about his stories and characters. Literally not what he says in this tweet at all. Or this YouTube post. He's giving thanks and appreciating the people purchasing his product, which is something you do not know how to do. All you know how to do is pocket watch and make 80 plus episodes of Trashcast. A hate podcast, if you will. A spite podcast, if you will. It's clear that these results are bothering Eric. Not in the slightest. I highly doubt it. 205K represents a 95% drop in earnings from ISO number 1 just 2 years ago. Again, you worked for Marvel and DC. You should know how this works. But of course, you are an idiot. You are low IQ. You have the IQ of a gnat. And you clearly don't know what you're talking about. As do most of the people who try to comment on this. He should change his messaging to focus on creativity and stop gaslighting about financial success. So, apparently making money... You shouldn't be happy about that. You shouldn't talk about how much money you make. You shouldn't talk about how successful your campaigns are. And thanking your fans is just straight out criminal to you. Representing that Goodyng the Polymath could have earned 300K more if he offered CGC options, which is not what it says. It says if you added in the numbers from Yaira, the CGC stuff, it would have went up. That's not what he said, but of course your reading comprehension is absolute dog water. Seems to underline this wording and suggests he should be in the plastic comics encasement business rather than selling stories. Which, by the way, this is a book written by Mike Barron, not by Eric July, you idiot. That's a lot of money for the business not to collect. Why didn't he offer CGC? Because he doesn't have to? What's the problem? Again, why are you giving somebody else business advice when your business is not doing well? Eric is saying that accelerating at this pace, more comics faster, less money is the right choice for him. Yeah, charging less, making more profit, meaning the printing of the books, costs less means he makes more profit, more revenue and more profit. He thinks efficiency should be prioritized over quality. Literally doesn't even say that. Literally doesn't even say that. He's saying the new format prioritizes efficiency as in getting the books out more often. But at the same time, all his books have different teams. Goodyng has Mike Barron and Will Conrad. Alpha Core has Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. Yara has Deborah Carita and the Saska sisters. And even Salvage PI has Eric and Bart Sears. So each book has a different team, which is literally what mainstream comics has. Shocking, I understand. It's hard for you to figure that out. I don't think he truly believes this, but efficiency is what his company has to offer. It clearly has quality to offer because people keep buying it. But you know what you don't have? You don't have efficiency because your books take 4+ years to get into customers' hands. So of course you would know nothing about efficiency because you're not efficient in your own business. Should be interesting to keep an eye on. Good luck to him. Yes, so pocket watch. So you're going to continue to pocket watch. You're going to continue to not care about your own product and actually get it out to customers who paid for it. You're going to continue to pocket watch like a little girl, like an ex-girlfriend. To which I say, if only your talking points could work for you. Considering your most recent campaign couldn't touch Goodyng numbers, I'd say STFU and learn how to stop running your mouth and get your books out to people who paid for them. Lower cost of books equals less money spent to print the books. By the way, $10 million in revenue in 2 years looks a hell of a lot better than whatever the F you got going on. Because quality isn't an excuse when the amount of F-ups I've seen doesn't justify taking 4+ years to release a book. So please, for the love of God, stop pocket watching and work on your stuff. Because right now you're at 115K for a campaign that's been open for at least 2 months. Whereas Goodyng is at, 211K, probably higher. And it's only been open for, a month? Maybe a month and a half? It's embarrassing when you're getting outdone in your own craft. And of course we had other, frog cooks. Spurgout pushing lies. Meanwhile, he has a dead channel with a terrible sub-to-view ratio, and I get more live viewers than he does. But okay, make it make sense when the Sasuke sisters are 5'6" and I'm taller than them. But remember, Tony isn't gay or anything, always concerned about other men's height, like a feminine bee at a hair salon. Just a reminder, this person is a 5'3" gnome. Yeah, make it make sense. Oh, and you used a picture from, what, 2 years ago, probably? Which, Anna, that Star Wars girl, is on this side. That's the part you cut out. By the way, like I said, your meme is horrible. Yeah, this is a manga or an anime, bruh. Or a show. Like, you're weird, bro. Like, this is how you know this person is not a real comic fan. This person never leaves their house. They sit up here and pocket watch and cry about anybody else having fun. This is what they continue to do. They continue to cry and complain and moan and cope and seethe and mold about other people having fun. By the way, it's a picture from like 2 years ago. Congratulations. You're a clown. To which I just give them my meme, which is actually funny and makes sense. Because this is actually something that this individual said. And these are all the people around this individual. So, that's all they're going to continue to do. By the way, congrats to Liam for clearly tracing over the artwork of Rini. Shout out to Rini Draws, who made a cover for Yellow Flash's comic coming out. He clearly traced over it right here. You can clearly tell. We'll go over it later in the live stream, though. But I think that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button. Comment below if you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.